You know, I just realized I've been muted this whole time. Yeah, you see, that's the perks of, like, not having anybody here, because I didn't know that I wasn't saying anything this whole fucking time. And you know what? That's probably best, because most of it was just me trying to warm up. But God, is that annoying. The fact, the fact that that everything I just said went completely unheard, even by my recording. Yeah, that's fine. You know, that's completely fine. Absolutely splendid. You know, I'm just, I'm glad that happened. And anyways, long story short, what I was saying was that I'm back. I'm not dead. Um, I learned a little bit of Blender, so I made the intermission and the background. So now I have my own stuff, and I don't have to steal from Pinterest. Um, what else? Ba- 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 ba. My tracking is better. I have a chat. I'll have actual planned out streams now. And yeah, that's about all I can think of. Fuck. I went through that a lot faster than my first take. Good thing I was muted. Anyways, ugh, let's adjust. Whoops. Let's adjust myself a bit. You know, and hopefully, switching to the game here will work. Hopefully, we're both about to find out. It is it is not in fact working. Why? Does it have to be windowed? Oh, please don't tell me it has to be windowed. Did that did that fix it? I don't think that fixed it. Why is there always scuff? Why? Oh, hello, Sir Antagonism. I'm not dead. But it appears that my ability to stream is in fact dead, because uh yeah, it's not working. It's broken. I don't know how to fix it. Why are you not working? Why do I do this? I could have tested this, and I didn't, and I'm paying the consequences. Why? Well, it's just completely black, I'm seeing. Why is it like that? Oh, wait a second. Hmm. Something ain't right. Testing now, let's see. Any second now. The stream on my laptop will catch up. It's not catching up. You know what? It's whatever. It's black anyways. I don't care. Um, let's see. Did that work? No, this is not working. You know what? Hold on, hold on, hold on. What if we do full screen, apply, go back, close the game, okay? And wow, that is, you're not supposed to see that. Give me a second. That was my audio capture. That's not what I wanted to do. Why are you like this? Call it debugging stream. It's going to turn into that again, unfortunately, it seems. Unless I can somehow image wait a minute. Game. Is it game? I could have sworn it's game capture. A fucking cockroach? What? I see. Uh, I don't know. There's these days the VTubing sphere. I'm not really surprised by the kind of things that I see. All right. Anyways, let's just call this that, and then. Oh wait, I think I know what I did wrong. All right, now let's open the game, and now, hopefully, theoretically. I'm not even you. It's not even human. Well, Jesus, I'm sorry. I believe I recall a long time ago, back in like I want to say real golden age of VTubing, there was a gorilla VTuber who was like an actual gorilla. I don't know if she's still around though. Alright, it's not finding. Why is it not finding it? It's not finding it. It's not finding the window. Oh, you know what? It's because, what if I do this, okay? Apply, go over here, window. You know what? What if I just set it? I move it up to here. What? This is, no, this is not what I, okay. Why is nothing working the way I want it to? Okay, and then properties. There it is. And then it should capture, maybe? I don't know. I don't want it to capture my cursor. Moment of truth. Did this work? Or is it going to be a black screen again? It fucking worked. We are splendid. Now can I put it back in full screen and will it not break on me? Okay, we're good. Finally. Alright. That certainly could have gotten better. But at least I solved it relatively quickly this time. Anyways, we're here. We're fine. You know what? Let's just start. Okay. I want to make it clear that I'm not the kind of person to get mad at anything, and that is exactly why I'm touching this, because I'm curious. Let's start. Okay. Oh, right. There's like no other controls. I don't have to have. Oh, you know what I could. Oh, no, I probably shouldn't do that. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. I'm just adjusting something. There we go. Alright. Alright. I don't have to have my hand on the keyboard, so I can just move my tracking a little bit to the left. So far, so good. I do know of this game quite well. I know how it ends and like all of that stuff. I've just never tried it myself. But so far, it looks like it's gonna be okay. I'm already doing better than I thought I would. And we're good. Boom. Am I supposed to be hearing a voice? Where's Bennett Foddy? Where's half of the game's title? Maybe he's too quiet. No, I have subtitles on, so it's fine. Whatever. Voice crack, whatever. Let's just get going. What? Shice. Okay. Just like that. Perfect. No, no, oh shit. Good. Nice. Put it down. And I can't reach that, can I? I can reach that, let's go. He's way too quiet.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip.
Whoa, okay.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just
I'm
find
gonna
a safe
listen to
place
this
to
guy.
stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Okay, we're good. That hits hard, to be honest. I know how that feels. Fuck, I just had to pay off student debt. Scheiße. Okay. This is where the fun begins, I assume. Anyone who might be here, please do let me know if like my audio is off or something like that, because I don't know. Nice. And then there we go. Perfect. This isn't so hard. Hello, Luca. I'm gonna call you Luca. Nice to meet you, mate. I'm trying to piss myself off. That is the goal for today.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Should I continue to let him talk, or should I talk over him? Because I actually do like what he says. You played this before? Yeah, it is an old game. I remember a long time ago I watched Markiplier's playthrough of it. And yeah. Now here I am, finally touching this game after years. Oh, scheiße. What if I just... Hold on, I have an idea. Nice! Scheiße! There we go. We're good, we're good, we're good. I'm doing this with literally the sole purpose of pissing myself off, because I don't want to brag or anything, but I rarely get angry at games. I usually just get sad. But
In a
now...
certain way, Sexy
Oh,
Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavour. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
fair. I forgot what I was talking about. Ooh, crap. Nice. Okay. And then we set ourselves down. Up. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. I haven't failed too bad yet. This might be where it happens. Or that works too, you know. Perhaps it is simply my superior mouse skills.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it.
I don't know
You
how I'm gonna
prod
go
and you
about
poke at
this.
it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake.
Oh,
You can be
shice.
completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
So, um, oh. So I did mess up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're fine. Everything's fine. You know? Life is full of happy little accidents where sometimes you simply mess up and you have to find ways. You have to find ways to learn from them, you know? Life is all about learning from your mistakes, and that's okay, you know? What? Nice, nice. There we go. And adapting, and most importantly, innovating. If you find yourself in the same position you were not long ago, simply find a new way to get out of it, right? Whoa. Whoa. But maybe be a little bit careful about it. You never know when when that mentality's gonna bite you in the ass. Okay. Just gotta be a bit careful with how I... Oh. Perfect. What? Oh, no, okay. We're good. It's all fine. But yeah, where was I? Oh, yes. Life is all about making mistakes. And learning from them. And not getting impatient like me. Never get impatient. Most people spend years. Most people spend years working towards what they want out of life, you know? Like, if you want to be a doctor, first you have to get a full, education, full basic education. You have to go to elementary school and high school and all of that stuff. Careful. And then you have to, like, oh, I'm sliding. Never seen that happen before. Nice. And then, once you get to that point. You have to make sure that you took the right classes so that you can get into. I don't know if you go into med school first. I'm just going to assume that you go to uni first, and then you have to take at least like a minimum of like 4 years of absolute. Oh, you can move that. Of absolutely. Oh, that might be a problem for me. Agonizing course loads that will rob you of your sleep. And then, when all else is said and done, you have to go to med school, where you have a grueling workload as well as trauma from witnessing the sheer amount of dead bodies you'll have seen operated on. But then finally, after a few internships probably, you finally become a doctor or a surgeon or whatever you want. Shite. Like, life is full of times where you have to be patient. Even during periods, ooh, I did it. Even during periods where patience doesn't feel like the right path. Hold on, I need a sip of coffee. Cause, you know, whoa, that was dangerous. What? Shite. What? Okay. Jump. Oh, God, an email. There we go. Okay. Ooh, hello. What if I just launch myself this way? That didn't go according to plan. Let's try again. I do not know how to go about this. I forgot. What was I even talking about? Oh yes, patience. I'll go about this like. Okay. Let's be a bit more careful. Couldn't I? I can just skip that.
The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Shit, I wasn't. Oh dear, I wasn't listening. But totally, dude. I agree. I'm sorry. My ADHD kicked in.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Nice. You know, this is where I'm gonna struggle. I have no concept. Mild mistake. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We're fine. You just gotta be more careful. You know, be patient. How do I go about this? Gotta plan it out in my head. can't reach that. Can I? No, I definitely cannot reach that. But I kind of want to try. Oh! No. This is not going according to plan. Why are you connecting this way? Okay. Okay. I can get that. I can catch that. Oh, if I don't fucking throw myself off the edge before that. No, thank you. Okay, we got it. Now we just have to... I don't have enough space on my mouse pad for this. Okay. No. No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. These things happen. That could have gone worse. Glad it didn't. That's a weird way. Okay, we gotta like... I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. I wish I were stuck. I wish I were stuck. Okay, that didn't work. I need a coffee. Let's do this. Shite. Fuck. I can't. Hold on. Well, I assume I'm alone. Let me just check something. Still recording. We're good. I might actually be able to post this VOD. No. Go. Okay. Ooh, okay. Has anyone ever tried to play the original game? Sexy Hiking?
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
Thanks. Thanks, Mr. Foddy. I really appreciate it. Only, the problem is, I have not, in fact, done this part before. But I have now. I just need to get... Ooh, no thank you. What do I do? Come on, up we go. Attaboy. No. Come on. Come on. Yep. Stop. Yep, no. Yep. Come on. Almost there. It has been done. There we go. Habada.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Oh, that's it? I wish I could have... My ADHD kicks in whenever this guy's talking, and I feel bad because I want to... What? Damn it. Yep. Nope. Let's get it good. Ugh. Alright, but if I did catch that, it would have been awesome. No! Yep. Nice. Okay, I feel like I do have to, like, retain my momentum. What? Oh, that was too much. Yep. I lost momentum. Wait, what if I do it like this? If I sit my ass down. No! No!
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
That was entirely my fault. It's okay. That was entirely my fault. I fucked that up because I'm forgetting too much. That I shouldn't be like lightly readjusting my mouse. Then I should be very careful with that. So that's entirely my bad. It's fine. That stuff happens, you know? Like, sometimes it's easy to just accept responsibility for the position you find yourself in, and then grow. Like, I certainly won't be making that mistake again, I can tell you that much. What? Oh, okay, we got this, it's fine. We can get back there, it's not, I've done this before. Yeah, see? We're good. Just gotta be careful. Yep, like that. I don't remember how I did this. Crap. Wait, I think I do. Hold on. Okay, well, it definitely wasn't like that. You know what, I think I just got lucky. What if I just play it risky?
Oof, sorry about that.
I paid the consequences for playing it risky. Ah, Eric, welcome. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I was way further than this about 5 minutes ago. No, I was pretty far. I swear, I didn't just start. What? Shite. Okay. The whole point of this is to see if I can actually get angry at games. Because I promise you that's never happened before. No!
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying, don't let it get to you.
It's okay. You know, I was just I was distracted. I was distracted while I was doing that, and I shouldn't have been distracting myself. It's fine. We learn, we grow, and that's just life. It's all about improving. Like how fast I made it past the house that time. Oh, whoa. All about improving. There we go. Yep. There we go. See, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're already back here. Oh, whoa. How's your day been, Eric? Because mine has been pretty good, actually. Although I slept in like 2 hours. Oh, dear God, you have nephews over? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Oh, but it's been okay. Okay. Yeah, just gotta, come on. There we go. Up we go. Not too fast. They're busy watching YouTube? Oh no. Be careful with what they're watching on YouTube. You know, I'm not even worried about if they're watching like something bad. I'm worried about if they're watching something too good. As in like something that's too brain rotty. I would not recommend that you make them watch me. Especially if I do get angry in this game. Okay. I'm pretty sure the way I did it was this. Okay. Hanging by a thread, buddy. Just gonna use those muscles. You're gonna need them. Okay. That was actually mildly uncomfortable. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. At least they would laugh. I'm not so sure. I'm still learning how to be funny. Fuck. Oh, okay. See, previously, I was all the way at the I don't know what to call it, the wall. There we go. I can totally make that jump. Yep. Okay. And here we are. This part. This might take me a while, because I'm pretty sure I lucked out the last time. But then you decided to restart for me. Exactly. That's what happened. I did it on purpose, you know? I'm that great of a friend that I would deliberately subject myself to an ungodly degree of suffering for the sake of my friend's entertainment. Actually, real quick, I'm paranoid. Am I still recording? I'm still recording, maybe. I'll be able to post this VOD. Maybe. Can I just drag myself up? No, I can't. That would be too easy. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Oh, my brain is growing. My brain isn't growing. It's shrinking. It's flattening. It's... No! Oh, I don't know how I feel about the momentum that you can build up. Oh, like that. Just suddenly. This man is too strong for his own good. If I did that in this position, that cauldron is not moving. And my arm would probably break. Okay, let's do what I did last time. Up we go. No, okay, I run out of space on my desk. No! God, I love friction. I love it so much. can't reach that. But if I drag myself up and then do it, there we go. Okay. No.
Hang in there. Don't let it get to you. But
Thank
also, let it get you a little bit.
No, I just never let things get to me. I'm built different, buddy. I'm built different. I have the patience of a monk. And I didn't even have to starve myself for it. Oh. Yep, there we go. Up we go. Okay. No, no, no. God. Okay, then. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do to get past this. Not that. Not that. I won't be... Hold on. I need a sip. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Now we have to get up. No, not nice. Very unkind of you, sir. Just gotta drag. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Oh, what have I done? What I've done is succeeded. I'm just built. Okay. Okay. No. No. Yes. Yes! I have defeated you! I haven't defeated you. I haven't defeated you. I haven't defeated you. I haven't defeated you. I haven't. I'm sorry. I forgive my ignorance. I should have went up this way. There we go. Perfect. Now imagine I miss this jump. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, because that was a bad idea. I shouldn't jinx myself like that. We did it. Now what? Okay. What? Yep. Okay. Now can I just... Boom. Ooh, that's a little bit fast. I'm gonna slip. I'm gonna slip. I'm gonna slip. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. Wait. Yep. And then just... Yep. Uh-oh. I fucked myself. Hold on. First time playing? Yes, it is indeed my first time playing. Sorry about that. I did watch Markiplier. I'm not joking. I did watch Markiplier play it all those years ago. And it was very funny. But... You didn't hear that? Of course. You're not hearing that. Alright, we're good. Sorry. Markiplier's. I don't recall his song. I just remember that I. What? Why can't I do this? So I do know of the game. I know, like, what the obstacles are going to look like. I don't know how to control this man.
No.
So. Oh, it was made by. Oh, wait, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't get, Wow, I was doing really well there. I didn't, get exposed to that song in particular, but I remember, like, s this space song.
Over time, we've poured
Nice!
more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy.
Wow, this game aged very well, huh? I don't know how to do this. It aged very well. Almost concerningly so. Okay. It does, but mainly having stuff from his gameplay. Ah, I see. There we go. It does feel... I don't know how to put this.
Maybe this is what digital culture is.
Oh.
A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Then again, I feel like I'm just getting older. I mean, hell, I grew up with things like... think about memes as an example, right? These days we have things like 6-7 and like Skibbity Toilet and all of that. But, you know, back when I was growing up, we had things like Ugandan Knuckles and ooh, and we had like 21 and 69 and 420. Like I feel like is this a solid surface? I don't trust it. I feel like it's I'm constantly torn between the possibility that I'm just growing up and becoming a boomer, or like it really is a decline in like the quality
There's
of
3D models of breakfast. Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
yeah. Okay. Um half of those was basically what I've been exposed to. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe or put into words what I'm thinking right now. The idea of like, is it a decline in culture or do I just not, does it not cater towards me anymore or do I not understand it?
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
Yeah, that's basically how memes work. But part of me, part of me really does want to believe that like there, in a weird sense, part of me wants to believe that, you know, there has been a decline in the quality of like, I don't know, internet culture. I don't want to think to myself that I'm just, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to think to myself that I'm just getting, okay, I gotta be careful, that I'm just getting old. Like, I'm not that old yet. I shouldn't, I, but, oh, shite. as I was saying, as I was saying, I want to believe that, you know, that there's a difference between. I feel like the best two memes to compare to one another. I want to believe that there's a difference between 69 and 67 in terms of what made them funny. And I want to be fair. Um, at least there was a clear reason why 69 was funny. Everyone I've asked who participates in the 6-7 thing has no idea why it's funny or where it came from. Ugh. But like, okay, I don't know how I'm. Why is this slippery now? Why can I? And you know, Fadi said something there. They like in the future games are gonna be eh, like made up of a bunch of reused parts and stuff. And I don't recall when this game came out, but it definitely was after the two games that I feel like symbolize that. And boy, did they have a dual end. Like Gary's mod, for example, is really just a game made up of a bunch of reused parts. I mean, you can't see half the textures in the game without, if I recall, was it count? Was it count? Ooh, Counter Strike was it? Okay. Oh, okay then. And yet, we tend to look back on Gary's mod as like as a good game. Like it's not. I, you wouldn't really consider that like trash content, mostly because you know the community.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. Mary Pickford.
As I was saying, um, as I was saying, there's Gmod is our Roblox. Yeah, I was actually gonna get. Oh, I was actually gonna get to Roblox because hold on. We have Gmod. We all remember fondly. And then there's Roblox. And Roblox was
If I'm messing you up, you can mute me in the settings.
nah, you good, mate. Um I feel like Roblox had a very similar situation. Most of the games on Roblox are made with reused parts, like textures, blocks, avatars, sounds, decals, all of that stuff. Okay? And me growing up with both Gary's Mod and Roblox, even I look back on Roblox and think, damn, most of that shit was just cringe. And there were a few good games. Like, I remember there was this game called Arcane Adventures. That game was good. Um, and I think the developer of that game ended up making Arcane Odyssey on Roblox as well, and that game is still good. It's just like I I don't know what, well, besides from the controversy surrounding it, um, there really isn't much differentiating between those two games. So now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really think that the whole like reusing trash parts or whatever is what inevitably causes trash culture. I think that the real problem is just how people end up using it or how much freedom they have to use it. Like Garry's Mod at its core is not like it, it's both a game and a medium. You can make games on Garry's Mod, and you can post them on the workshop. You had like death runs and hide and seek games and prop hunt and all of that stuff. Um, and like, there was that sort of thing. But you could also just, open up a game and make your own thing, whether it be a massive phallic penis or a spaceship or both. Why'd I do it like this? Okay, we're here. Alright. But Roblox was different. Roblox was purely a medium. In Roblox, like there would be no games on Roblox without people making them. And that was great for a while, I think. I think a lot of the earlier games on Roblox were fine. But it started going wrong. I can't believe I just did that. In my opinion, it started going wrong when people started finding the meta in what games they made. Like, I remember when the rise of simulators happened. And we had slop games before simulators. Most people won't agree with me when I say that, like, Squid Game is definitely up there. But most people would disagree with me when I say that Obbies and Tycoons were like the first slop games of Roblox. But they were. I look back on them more fondly than I do when simulator games came out. But that's because at least they didn't have gambling in them. And at least they didn't completely dominate the sphere. Like, you still had actual games on, I'm just gonna do this. Crap. On Roblox, like on the front page. And then simulator games made a rise, and you had things like Snow Shoveling Simulator and Lawn Mowing Simulator and fucking, what were some other ones? Infamously, there was Pet Simulator. I think Pet Simulator is like, they weren't the ones who started it, but they were definitely the ones who like made the most profit off of it and like grew the most off of it. But like, I don't know. When simulator games rose, they like started completely dominating the front page. This was around the time where I kind of just stopped playing as much as I used to. Because, I don't know. In my humble opinion, in my humblest of opinion, Roblox's like good era ended with the rise of simulator games, because after that it showed people that they didn't have to make creative games. They just had to follow a formula to get people addicted to their game. Like with Pet Simulator, the whole point of the game is to make money to buy pets that will make you more money to buy more pets that will make you more money. And that's the entire premise of the game. And on top of that, you're not even guaranteed the pets you want because you buy them as eggs. Any game where numbers go up are addictive. Yeah. But Pet Simulator especially was like double addictive. Ooh, that could have been bad. Because it had gambling. You would make all this money, and then you would throw it into an egg, and then you would pray to whatever god you worship that you got the pet you were looking for, which most of the time just wasn't the case. I'm pretty sure there were pets that were like, you had a 0.001% chance of actually getting. That's gambling. I refuse to let... Ooh. 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 I refuse to let anyone tell me otherwise, that isn't gambling. That is gambling. That is gambling 101. Gacha is gambling. You know what? I would even argue that gacha is like the worst version of gambling. Because at least with gambling, okay, there's a chance that you will make you will make that money back. But for gacha, what you're throwing all this money away for is it I it's an abstract thing. What you're getting isn't real. Like with Genshin, for example, all you're getting is another waifu. That waifu's not going to make you any more money than the other one did. All it does is just make you more. We're officially where I fell. It just gives you a dose of dopamine, and then you get bored eventually, and you gamble for the next one. Technically, you can sell an account but never get the same amount back. Yeah, like I don't know. It was around that time where Roblox stopped being a medium for games and started being a medium for like early onset gambling addictions. Because it didn't stop with simulators. Like, eventually you had games that would just jump on every single trend that they could.
In this context, it's tempting
Oh,
to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
when are you falling back down? I am actually rather proud of myself, okay? I think I've done pretty well for someone who has never played this game before. I I don't know how. Hell yeah. Where was I? Right. Like, you had games that started jumping on every single trend. Yeah, gambling. Like, there was the whole, like, I think it was, yeah, they had, like, a Squid Games trend. I'm genuinely surprised that I never saw, like, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. There we go. I did it. That I never saw a Roblox. Fuck it. That's okay. That's okay. We didn't fall that far. Is that copyright? I ain't taking no chances. Every game suddenly added that. Battle Royales? Oh yeah, Battle Royales. That actually reminds me. Another like problem I began to see in games. I had to watch one of my childhood games die. Like it fell victim to literally what I think the real problem with the gaming industry is, and that's greed. The game I'm referring to is a mobile game that was called Pixel Gun 3D. And Pixel Gun 3D, to be fair, started off as a ripoff. It was like if you took Minecraft and Call of Duty. Shite. It's like if you took Minecraft and Call of Duty and added it together. That was Pixel Gun 3D. But in like its like early to mid stages, it uh-oh, that's not a good one. Oh, okay. It took on a soul of its own. Probably not copyrighted considering every YouTuber has it in their playthrough. Yeah, I won't take any chances. A lot of the YouTubers who played this game did it during a different time. But Pixel Gun 3. Okay, I gotta be careful here. Pixel Gun 3D took on a soul of its own. It had really interesting, like, it had a really interesting campaign. It had really cool guns that you could get, and like, it wasn't too difficult to get a gun that you wanted. You just had to win like a few games, and you were fine. And the guns were really balanced. Um, it was a really, really good game. Okay? I loved it. I would play it for hours. I had a favorite map that I would play. Um, I can't remember its name now, but... And I had a favorite gun. My favorite gun was called the shotgun pistol. And the reason why it was my favorite gun is because I was one of the only few players who had one. Because it was removed almost immediately after it was added. Because it was a bit broken. It was basically a semi-automatic shotgun with 15 shells in its barrel. It was OP. And it had a gold skin, so I never got the gold skin. I couldn't achieve that, unfortunately. And yeah, you were allowed. We were the devs back then of this game were like
I'm
actually
back here
decent.
again, showing patience, and then attacking, scraping, then flapping and snagging.
Thank you. That wouldn't be the way I'd want to put it, but yeah. um, the devs were actually like decent, but I never got the gold skin, which I was very sad about for a long time. But it was a good game. It had its own soul, and then the I don't know I don't know when exactly I could tell you it started, but I would say it was probably around, I want to say 6 months to a year before Fortnite really kicked off. And it's important that I mention that part because, yes, it did eventually get a Battle Royale, but that wasn't the first example of it, like, starting to show decline. You see, the first example, where the game... What? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna fall again. I'm gonna fall again. I'm gonna fall again.
The soul would have
That's
no
okay.
rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
The first sign of the game's decline was when they added a second currency. Because up until this point, you just had coins. And coins bought you all the guns, it bought you all the skins, because for a while you couldn't make your own skin, but eventually you could. It was like the only good addition they added, when things really started to fall apart. But you could buy all the armor you wanted, all of the like secondary stuff like knives, or if you didn't want a knife, you could have a chainsaw, or like your grenades, you could have different grenades. All of that stuff, it bought you everything. And then they added gems. And gems is when everything started falling apart. It's when that is why no one else refers to it this way, but this is why I refer to it this way. The concept of when good games get destroyed by greed, I deliberately refer to it as the pixel gun effect. Because no game symbolizes the decline of a game due to greed than Pixel Gun 3D. Because this was just the beginning. First they added gems, and there were a few ways back then that you could get gems, okay? There was you could buy them with real money, as usual, or you could level up. Whenever you leveled up, you got like depending on what level you were moving up to, it was like maybe 2 to 10 gems. Which, by the way, a lot of the guns in the shop were like 120 gems. Back then there was only a few guns that were gems, but like, you know. Why do I struggle so hard on this? There we go. What if I just did that? Okay, that's better. I think, if I recall correctly, there was a period where winning a game would give you like a gem, a single gem, by the way. So to put that into perspective, including like leveling up as like the highest level there was back then, you might have to win like 60 to 70 games just to get the gun that you wanted with gems without paying for the gems. So it was already bad. But it got worse. It got worse. You see, as time went on, they started adding new game modes. Back in the day, there was only like a few game modes, some of which were unique to the game, some of which weren't. There was like you had the typical shooter game modes, like we had capture the flag and like capture or defend the points, or you just had like team deathmatch or normal deathmatch, or we had duels, stuff like that. But you see, the first game mode they added,
The
ooh,
pain I
okay.
feel now is the
Ooh,
happiness I had before.
that was
That's
almost
the
bad.
deal. C.S. Lewis.
The first game mode they added was Siege. The first game they added in what I consider to be the decline era of Pixel Gun 3D was Siege. And basically it's that one Overwatch game mode. Now, to be fair to Siege, it was fun in its own right. Everyone knew that it was kind of just ripping off. I don't even know if Overwatch was the first one to use that game mode, but everyone knew it was ripping off like the Siege game mode from other games. But it was at the very least still fun. The game was still fun. Uh-oh. The game was still fun. It was just getting a bit not free. And then around the time, yeah, Rainbow Six Siege basically. Around the time that Fortnite really started to pop off, that was when the devs, like, I don't know, lost their soul or something. No one really knows what changed about them because the devs don't. They never really had a personal relationship with the community. So we wouldn't have even known if they got like replaced at this time or bought out. Competitive games are fun until you start to get better and better. Yeah, but you can't really do much about that. And, you know, again, back then the game was pretty balanced, so if you were good at the game, people just respected you for that. Like, high-level players were actually feared back then. Um, but anyways, I'm struggling a bit here. Yeah, you just naturally get better by playing. Yeah, and then see, the Fortnite era happened, and that's ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. And that is that is the period where I believe things just fell apart. Because the first thing that happened, the least controversial thing that happened, was that they added a battle royale. And in like every game that ripped off other games were adding battle royales back then. So nobody really blamed the devs. Um, but it was around this time that they were also doing something to the shop. I wasn't playing as much as I used to by this point. I remember Rocket League started as fun and then it got very competitive and it stopped. Yeah. I didn't. That's the thing, though. Like that isn't what killed Pixel Gun 3D. Um, what killed it was that it didn't matter if you were like good at the game or competitive or anything. What mattered is that you had the most money, because uh, I remember one time I opened up the shop just out of curiosity. I had all the guns I could have ever wanted, the ones that I got really good at, that were like my meta. Um, but I opened up the shop, and 90% of the guns that are on the shop now are gems. Like you need gems. The guns that were for coins were now the guns that you originally started with. Um, Let me try this differently. Okay, that didn't work out.
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
Um, like the guns that weren't coins are the ones that you originally got as a starter pack in the old versions of the game. But I feel like the most symbolic gun to be gemified was this gun called the anti-gravity gun. The anti-gravity gun was like it was one of the first guns that were added to the game. And it was the coolest gun in everyone's opinion back then. Like if you had the anti-gravity gun, you were
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better. But this is not true. You're sure to be happy again, and knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
we learn and we move on. I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I did indeed restart again. We simply improve from where we left off. It wasn't the anti-gravity gun from Half-Life actually. It was like its own weird thing. I don't know how to. It had its own design and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, eh, ripped off from ripped off from Half-Life. But it was one of those guns where we didn't really know if it was, because it had its own soul. But like, it was also the most expensive gun you could buy on the shop. It was like I think it was like 300 coins at the time. When I checked the shop that day, the anti-gravity gun was now worth 60 gems. Now, just to put this into perspective, the anti-gravity gun was the most powerful gun back then, aside from the automatic peacemaker, which was basically a minigun. Back then, but it was one of the weaker ones now, and it's 60 fucking gems. tomorrow around this time is my turn to play this game. I look forward to it. I'm sure you'll be fine. I feel like the only reason I'm doing relatively well with this is because I'm very used to having a sensitive mouse. I got Tinhima. But, okay. Whoa, okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. And then it all happened so quickly after that memory of mine when I checked the shop. It all just exploded in my face and ultimately pushed me away. Like, it was like the great flood of stuff is the best way I could describe it. Like, it was just stuff. A bunch of new stuff. It was like they took the coin and it just started like going full blown mitosis, like dividing into thousands of other different things that you need, and it all fell apart from there. First was the battle passes. Now suddenly the game had a battle pass where you would get exclusive items. Oh, but if you wanted all of the exclusive items, you needed to pay with either gems or real money. You know what? I can't even call it the Fortniteification because they came up with different ways to make their game shit. They started like, hold on. You're not hearing that. You don't hear my Discord. Anyways, they found new ways to enshitify. Uh. Ah! It exploded in my face. Thank you for clipping me, or clipping that. I will certainly choose my words more carefully next time. Oh, okay, that means my sound gate is working. Oh! I think the most annoying thing about this era of Pixel Gun 3D was when suddenly some guns you needed to collect all the parts of to get. Where, like, if you have... Hold on. If you had the battle pass, you're not getting the gun at a random point. No, you're getting pieces of the gun. And I'm not just talking like, oh, you need the barrel, the handle, the fucking trigger. No, my friend. These guns were split up into hundreds of pieces, each of which you had to somehow get individually. Individually. If you're not, like, paying for the battle pass and stuff, where you could get, like, 20 pieces at a time, stuff like that. And sometimes you wouldn't even be guaranteed getting the parts. No, 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 no. Yeah, literally all the pixels. You would be getting a chest in the battle pass, and that chest would spin a wheel, and it will decide whether or not you get what you actually worked for. It was gambling, but it wasn't gambling with your money anymore. No, it was gambling with your time, your attention, because another enshittification was the sheer amount of ads. And these ads would happen like in between What have I done? Okay. They would happen in between games. Stuff like that. Obviously, you could pay to get rid of the ads if you wanted to. Which I just want to let that sink in. You in this game, you could pay separately 2 different subscriptions. The Battle Pass and the, like, I wouldn't even call it premium because you were really just paying to not have ads. And you could also pay for VIP, which was a completely separate thing. And the worst part about all of this, okay, the worst part about all of this is that you had to participate in this system if you wanted to continue to be good at the game. Because the devs stopped balancing it. They stopped fucking balancing it. My shotgun pistol was now completely powerless. Just to put into perspective the irony of how unbalanced the game is, early on in this power trip that the devs were having, they made a gun called the One Shot. Its name was literally called the One Shot. It was a sniper rifle that the only thing special about it was that if you got a headshot, it didn't matter what armor the person was wearing, okay? It was a one-shot KO. The amount of debuffs this gun had to endure specifically so that it would be a balanced gun, like you could only have one... Fuck. You could only have one bullet in the barrel, and like the maximum amount of shots you could carry without refilling your ammunition was like 4, okay? It was... Well, yes, that's how headshots work. That's not how they worked in Pixel Gun 3D. And that had always been the case, because, like, well, it's very easy to headshot someone when they're shaped like Minecraft characters. But that was this gun's entire identity, okay? I had this gun, so I can attest to... Bruh. I can attest to this happening. They were so hell-bent on forcing you to continue to buy more guns that by the time I had stopped playing, the One Shot was one of the shittiest guns in the entire game. That is how unbalanced the game became. And it wasn't because of negligence. The devs might claim that it was because of negligence, but the community knew the truth. It was because they couldn't... if you balance a game, there's no real incentive to spend real money on it. At least not more than you want to get what you want, and then you move on. The game... Bruh. The game was no longer about, like, actually being good. It was about spending the most money. And I will never forget the downfall of Pixel Gun 3D. No game in, like, the history... I feel like no game in, like, digital history will ever exemplify the impact greed has on the gaming community than Pixel Gun 3D. Because it was just so blatant. It was so blatant. Like, I skipped over a lot of the things that they did just to make an extra buck. I can't believe that this conversation stemmed from Bennett Foddy, like, talking about how games made from trash create trash culture. Just place myself here, and we're good. Perfect. Is that solid? Yeah, that's solid. And now I don't know what to talk about anymore. Like, wow, that was pathetic. I don't know. It just like stemming the conversation into modern culture in games, which apparently is how this started. Just heads up, we'll go AFK once my brother comes by to pick up my nephews. Yeah, no problem, mate. I'm just doing my thing. I'm not surprised that I haven't lost it yet. I haven't really like had a really bad fail yet. At least I don't think I have. It's funny. I used to get, oh god, I used to get really angry at games, but you know, when you spend time on the internet. But yeah, sucks. A lot of games went all for greed. Yeah. When you spend a lot of time on the internet, you lose the ability to get angry, or at least not truthfully angry. You know, for the sake of your own sanity. Oh, that's not good. Destroy. Yeah, I feel like it's destroying Minecraft slowly. Like, I feel like Minecraft is experiencing a slow and very depressing death. And the only reason it's slow is because Microsoft knows better than most companies that if you want to destroy something for the sake of greed, do it in intervals. Like, do something very bad and then just hold still for a while, let the people get over it and forget, and then do the next horrible thing. Like, I remember when there was outrage for adding a marketplace to Bedrock Edition. Now it's just a fact of life in that game. Like, nobody questions it. I remember when you could add add-ons, shaders, textures, all of that, independently. Like, there was a time when you could just add that stuff on your own as long as you were savvy enough. Ooh. And that, like it wasn't much different from Java Edition. Did you say let people get over it? Unintentional puns. Where am I? There we go. Crap. Hurry up!
Do not
Okay.
stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Mary Fry.
I did die. Several times. This year. Actually owning a game and do what you want with it. Yeah. Although Minecraft wasn't like I feel like it's been a while since like you could exclusively own Minecraft. Like I feel like it was one of the first games where like you more or less had an account. And that is something that I am infuriated with, but like at the very least, at least with Java Edition, you can still mod the game independent from Mojang's guidelines. Which is another thing that I just hate. I hate it so much. I hate it when someone has when someone is told that they have creative freedom and then they are forced to work within the boundaries of the ideologies of the shareholders. Because that is all the marketplace is. It's just a for-profit takeover of the Minecraft community's creativity. There is no other purpose it serves. I know what they claimed in the past. Oh, it's to make it easier for mod makers, or it's to make it safer for mod makers. But come on, please. First of all, sure, okay, you dumbed down the way mods are made. Congratulations. You made it more accessible to people who don't want to learn how to code. Brilliant. Okay? But it's not easier to, like, mod because you still have to become an official mod maker to be on the marketplace. And I've never had to apply for this.
To live
Why am I...
is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche.
I fucking knew that was Nietzsche. I had a feeling. Anyways. Modding made the game better. Actually make it more playable, which was good. And yeah, but like... For example, you won't find a gun mod on the marketplace in Bedrock. You won't. Because it's against their guidelines. But, little fun fact about the guidelines, they just straight up say you're not allowed weapons, or IRL weapons, or anything like that. That's a little bit too broad, don't you think? It just... I tend to see the guidelines that companies use for deciding whether or not they're going to accept someone's creation or not as what I would prefer to call the Russian system, where like you have this massive web of like guidelines and laws and regulations that are typically like if they were universally enforced, you couldn't do anything without being a criminal. Okay? But they're not universally enforced. And the reason for that is because they're only enforced for the people that they don't like. And I feel like that's the system all companies who have control to some degree over people's creations. Oh
Life
boy,
is a mosaic of
I'm not
pleasure
making
and
it.
pain. Grief is
Wait,
an
can I
interval
do that?
between two moments of joy. Peace is the interlude between two wars.
Yeah,
You have no rose without a thorn. The diligent picker will avoid the pricks and gather the flower.
yeah, I don't think I
Satya
can jump
Sai
that.
Baba.
Like it's
Sorrow
not.
is my own yard,
Oh,
where the new grass
I seem
flames
to
as
be.
it has flamed often before, but not with the cold fire that closes round me this year. William Carlos Williams.
There we go. Careful. At least I'm living up to the title of this stream. I am indeed getting philosophical while getting over it. I just I feel like their justifications for regulations and trying to monopolize the creative sphere is it's just bullshit, man. It's bullshit. They just want to please their shareholders. And I wish more people thought that way. Like I wish more people like saw it that way. Because then I doubt that Microsoft especially would get away with trying to monopolize our creative freedom. So what if oh boy, that almost looked bad for a second. So what if some random bad apple made a really fucked up mod, okay? 'Tis the consequences of a good thing. You can make the same argument for what Microsoft does with Mojang. Yeah, cool. You don't have to worry about those people, but the consequence of that good thing is that if it's universally enforced, nobody can make anything. And if it's like not universally enforced, it's discriminated. Damn it. It's all about money, is what I'm trying to say. It's always about money. Never once do I believe a company has ever taken something away from the people or passed a reform in their like system or like made a product with the intentions of helping the people. They literally they literally once sold uranium as a medication. And you can guess how that went. It's just it's a bit infuriating, I will admit. As someone who didn't get to directly experience like the golden age of Minecraft modding, that sucks, bro. But I should probably stop ranting. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I should probably stop ranting and raving about it. I. Oh, no, 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 no. So what else can I talk about? I don't know. I'm not particularly the kind of person who does small talk. Okay. Children are watching me. Uh, uh, Bagel. I can't swear anymore. No! No, no! Get. I, I go up. No, I do not. I go up. Yes, we go up. Yes. Jump. Grab. No! Why you do this to me? Why? Momentum bad. Oh, they don't understand English? Okay, great. The problem is, like, when I swear, I often choose a different language to swear in. It's not working. Just have to get up. Come on. Thank you. Ah! Hold up. Oh my god! No! No!
No
No!
sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest of these. It might have been. John Greenleaf Whittier.
Pain. Without love, pain. Can't get enough pain. Ah! Okay, I gotta stop. No, no, no. Why this part? Why this part in particular do I struggle so much with? Why don't I go up? I ask myself that question every day. Yep. Perfect. Nice. Am I getting too impatient? Is that my problem? That's probably my problem. I gotta take it slow. I was taking it slow. That was the game's fault. I saw the face of God. Careful. Yep. There we go. Nice. And then jump. It's fine. We're good. Yeah, take it slower when falling. I mean, you got this. The only thing that's not taking it slow is my heart. I am definitely violating doctor's orders right now. My hand is shaking and it's sweaty. Whoa, okay. Let's not get too... Oh my... There we go. Fuck!
If you try to please audiences, uncritically accepting their tastes, it can only mean that you have no respect for them. Andrei Tarkovsky.
I'm fine. It's fine, you know? We make mistakes. Things happen. Sometimes they're unexpected. Sometimes you want to blame the game and not your own inadequacy, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be inadequate. It's okay to suck. It's okay to be less of the man you were 5 minutes ago. It's okay. It's fine. You just cannot let it get to you, because if you let it get to you, you'll never get back. You'll never get back on your feet. You'll never be able to look back and say to yourself, wow, look how far I've gotten. Because progress is always just over the horizon. No matter how far you fall back, the tower of victory will stand above the horizon. And it serves as an infinite supply of motivation to grow, to learn, to adapt, to survive. I've run out of positive things to say. I'm gonna. Okay. Am I still recording? I'm still recording. We're good. We're fine. Yep. Okay, that was doomed from the start. It's fine. Everything is okay. Yep. Fudge. Fudge. You're gonna have to drink more than beer to get through this, Eric. Ah! I love this rock. This rock has saved my life 4 times. And I quite literally mean it, because I don't know what I would do in the real world if I fell all the way down right now. You know, I'm starting to believe that as I play, I'm either getting increasingly worse at the game, or the controls are just ever so slightly adjusting themselves because God hates me. But that's an unhealthy mindset. I can't think like that. It's fine. It's only my imagination. I I've done this before. I've done this before. I've done this before. Okay. Okay. No. Yes. 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 No. Sit. Sit on the. Sit. Sit. Sit on the fucking light. Shit. Fuck. I'm fine. The minor. Minor. Minor out. It's fine. We're good. You know, Just gotta be a bit more careful. Just gotta be... Oh, God. How did I achieve that? Okay. No, no. No. You know, I should just do it the way I have been doing. Stop being impatient. Yep. How did I achieve that? Yep. Up. It's fine. I like how the friction just suddenly disappears. Oh my... Oh my God. Yep. Yep. Up. Up. Pathetic. I got... Go up. Go up. Thank you. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong. I can fix that. I can fix that. I can fix it. 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 I can fix... I can fix it. I can fix this. It's not broken yet. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I don't know how I achieved that, but that's nice. Go up. Go up without going down. Go up without going down, please. Please, I'm begging you, give me a win here. I was doing so well, and now I'm not. Fuck! Yep. No, okay. Okay. Here. Better. Fuck. Better idea. Better idea. Better idea. What if we find a way? Okay. What if we just come on. Up we go. What if we do this? Not like that, not like that. I had it. Whoa. Whoa. I think I just discovered a new strategy that I definitely won't have to test out because I won't fall. Okay. Okay. Yep. 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 Fuck. Yep. Fuck. Shit. Hup. Fat. What if I start just a little bit away? Dude, I swear the controls are changing. Up we go. Come on, buddy. Fuck! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. 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 Don't you dare. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. All right. Real quick, since we're back here, I'll be right back. I'm back. And you know what? Hold on. I realize I actually do need headphones on because my mic is there. I went for a walk. I'm feeling a bit better. Let's try this shit again, and I already fucked it up. I already fucked it up. No, please, please, please. Think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep this up until the 3rd hour mark. And if that doesn't work out for me, then I'm going to die, I guess. I don't know. Yep.
No.
We're fine. We're fine, buddy. Okay, that was my bad. 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 Let me give it up. Yes, the children are gone. Back to saying slurs. No, what was that? Come on, man. Come on. just... That's not a good one. That might be a good one, actually. That's a good one. That's a good one. I lied. I'm a liar. I'm a pathological liar. Because it benefits me. We're fine. None of that was true, by the way. I'm not a pathological liar. Okay. That isn't what I want to call it.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Ice-T.
That's like the complete opposite of what I've been doing this whole time. I've just been hating on myself. I'm gonna continue to do that because I'm sure that... Oh! I'm sure that plenty, and I mean plenty of people, have chosen to hate the game. But you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna hate myself. I'm sure that won't have any long-lasting impact on my self-esteem. At least it will make me look like the bigger person. Fuck! You know, maybe I'm just not doing it right. That's it. It's not that the game is fucking with me. It's that I'm not putting enough power into it. See? See, you gotta think about what you can improve about yourself before you start complaining about the environment that you're in. You know? I almost said something very unhealthy. Nice. Nice. Can I reach that? I can. And I will. Okay, that's not helpful, though. Gently, gently place yourself down. And then that's not... Okay, now you don't want to be gently anymore, buddy. Oh, there's somebody here. I didn't realize, I'm sorry. Markiplier has played this so many times and have crashed out really just for fun at Heartmont. I was there, my friend. I watched all those years ago. Thankfully, I'm different. I am zen. I could never get angry at a game. Never. Never done so before. Never will. Instead, I choose to severely damage my mental health, and instead I blame myself. Just gotta... Okay, no. Come on. Just careful. Careful. Thank you. No. You know what, fuck it. There we go. And now for my bane. This god-forsaken fucking staircase. How do I work with you? Actually, assuming that there's some people here, I could really use some advice. Because I haven't even gotten close to overcoming this part. But I'm gonna fucking go anyways. Here we go. Hop it up!
When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past, I sigh the lack of many a thing I sought, and with old woes new, wail my dear time's waste. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 30.
It's fine. We didn't fall far. It's all good. It was a mistake on my behalf. I probably should have waited for some advice or something along those lines, you know? Entirely my bad. Just have to find, I gotta try something new. I gotta find a way to innovate. Because, if you don't innovate, then I can't help because I am of help. I am of being helped or something. English no bueno. Okay. No! 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 It was my bad for reading chat, you know? Okay, why is this not playing out the way that it used to for me? That's not gonna work. Get right up in there, bud. There we go. Careful. Jump. Nice. Okay. Don't slide. Don't slide. Don't slide. Don't slide. Don't slide. Nice. And then... How about... There we go. Okay. We just have to get back to... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. But that's cool, I guess. Apparently you could just land on it. I'm never gonna do that, though, because it's not worth it. Okay. Again with this bullshit. I mean, this thing that, I simply have not yet overcome. I need some water. Hold on. Whoops. I'm stuck between, like, trying to jump it and, like... I have to get... If I can get to that corner of the blue building, then I'm fine. Do not slide. No, no, no. Fuck it. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Perfect. We've made progress. Yeah, I did it. I'm proud. It's all fine. It's all dandy. I definitely am not about to fuck.
When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
I am an acrobat. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement, Bennett Foddy. I can do this. I just have to figure out how to do it right. I just have to do it right. Like that. And then like this! So, I don't know where to go from here. This is where, unfortunately, go up. I mean, I can probably catch that
Now I
chair.
know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you, like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
Bro, I wish I had 10 million views. Unfortunately, I don't. You know what? That's probably for the best because I've yet to say anything stupid. Come on. That's really annoying that apparently I was just supposed to be violent with it. Up we go. Careful now.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated.
I'm not stressed, actually. I'm having fun. I'm relaxed. I don't know if there's a... I don't want to know what's down there. I don't want to know what's down there, please. There we go. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop for a second. 10 mil or 4, what's the difference? Honestly, what is the difference?
An orange
I mean, it'll still
is
go
sweet,
viral if
juicy
I do
fruit
something stupid.
locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
I've come to the realization that if I fall here, you know, yeah, the abyss is literally down there. And no, I'm not. I'm not going to deliberately fall down for content because that would be fake. But I also can't guarantee. Can I just? Can I reach that? Oh, I can't. No,
Patience is the
fuck!
foundation of eternal peace. Make anger your enemy. Harm comes to those who know only victory and do not know defeat. Find fault with yourself and not with others. It's in falling short of your own goals that you'll surpass those who exceed theirs. Tokugawa Ieyasu.
What the fuck did I get caught on? Anyways. It's okay. It's okay. We can get back there. It's fine. You gotta be you can't let it get to you. You can't yeah, I didn't go far. That's all that matters. It's it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it won't do it for content, my ass. I didn't do that on purpose. Fuck! It's because I keep trying to like adjust my mouse or whatever, and I keep forgetting that literally everything in this game is controlled by my cursor. That's not an easy thing for me to remember for some reason. You know, except for when I actually need it to be. That's when it isn't controlled by my cursor. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in myself. I don't know why that one got to me so easily when the others didn't. I don't know why that one has really gotten under my skin. We just, like we all say, it's not that far. That's too fast. Okay, I lucked out. It's a sign. It's a sign that things are going to get better. Turns out it was just a sign of God mocking me. Okay, I thought I could do that in one fell swoop, but apparently not. I am not that guy. Oh, come on, man. Just sit down. Thank you. Okay. What you just did there, you have to do with the rocks. I know. I'm not going to let this get to me, because if it gets to me, I'll get impatient, I'll start to try rushing through it, and I'll make it worse for me. You have to stay calm in these games. The only reason these games are difficult is because they get under your skin. That's the secret. That's the problem. They get under your skin, and then, you know, it's like in those scenes from movies where like the antagonist deliberately antagonizes the protagonist so that the protagonist will get sloppy while fighting them. It's that kind of thing, you know? You know what? No, I don't trust that. I'm gonna play it safe. There we go. Okay. And now I get to test, to see if my theory works with these stairs. Do I just do it violently? Or am I about to fuck myself over? You just do it violently. Okay. Sometimes brute force works, kids. That's a lesson for you. Sometimes violence is the answer. And when that inevitably gets you in trouble one day, you didn't hear it from me. Come on. Just careful. That's not hard enough. Come on. No! No! No, please. Okay. No. Can you go up the stairs? I mean, I'm pretty sure it stops. Yeah, it stops. So, I have to go this way. And once I get past this, it's pretty easy. Like, it's just making these jumps. And they're not bad. I say moments before failing.
No.
What do you mean, no? It's fine. Up. Catch. Nice. See, it's fine for this period. It's just...
You'll be back here again and again. Avenge and repent until you've ascended. Or until you're contented.
It's fine. That never. You see, this is why you're never positive openly about anything. Okay, you have to like tell yourself you're not gonna make it. Like, watch, I'm not gonna make it. See, I made it. I made it. You have to be negative. You have to have a negative outlook on life in order to succeed. Yes, everyone does think you're annoying. And well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop myself there before I'm gonna stop myself there. Um, that, you know what? No, 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 please. No, God. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
She smiled in defeat, with unconquerable eyes. Atticus.
I deserve that. I fully deserve that. I deserve that. That one was earned. It was divine punishment. Okay? I had become somebody who deserved that karma. For I had spread misinformation, and that's bad. You can go onto that roof where that tree is. You can push yourself up to get to the stairs, but if that makes the tree, you say. I'll try and if I fail this, I'll go back and.
No.
All right, we're checking out the tree. If I don't fuck up before that, of course. Okay. There's too much momentum. You have to be gentle. Not like that. Just. Okay. I was worried there for. I was worried for a second. I thought I got it stuck. The tree, you say? This tree? Oh, wait a second. That's a bit risky, though, don't you think? Oh, I don't think I can. Do you just try and just fucking.
Your failure here
Oh.
is a metaphor. To learn for what, please resume climbing. Rob Dubbin.
Oh dear.
Laugh, and the world laughs with you. Weep, and you weep alone. For the sad old earth must borrow its mirth, but has trouble enough of its own. Ella Weaver Wilcox.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that right.
Better by far that you should forget and smile than you should remember and be sad. Christina Rossetti.
Okay. I'll definitely be back here, so when I have a better idea of how I'm supposed to go about that, I shall do so. But for now, it's time to go down the beaten path. Oh, that was too much momentum. No, please. It's fine. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. I Nothing is okay. You know what? We're all gonna die. You know? Like, death is just kind of inevitable. And we're all kind of just sitting around waiting for it to happen. That's life. In fact, I would argue... I would argue that life... no! Life is simply the punishment for being born. Because... Okay, I should calm down. Also, I gained some air with that crash out. Did you see that? I almost skipped, like, this entire wall. No, no, please. Please, oh please, just let me succeed. I promise I won't commit atrocities in Yugoslavia again, as long as you let me make this. Come on, fuck! Okay, no, we're doing it this way. Fuck! It's fine. Just have to be a bit more careful. Not like that. That's the kind of careful that gets you into a collision on the highway. You have to be the kind of careful that you use when organizing bags of nitroglycerin powder. That's the kind of careful you need to be right now. Not... Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so good at this until I wasn't anymore. Ah. It's fine. You know, I haven't heard from Bennett Foddy in a while. Like, I could use one of his motivational speeches telling me how it's not my fault and shit happens. Because a lot of shit is happening. And a lot of it is my fault. Okay. And now. Jump. Good. Nice. And then... fall. Make it. We're back here. I consider this the first actual checkpoint of the game. No!
Filled up my heart with nothing. Someone told me not to cry. Now that I'm older, my heart's colder. I can see that it's a lie. The Arcade Fire.
When I was deciding what game I would play, as a sort of comeback after I'd been gone for like a few weeks, I thought to myself, you know, my main struggle is that I'm struggling to be expressive, you know? Like entertaining, so to speak, like a personality. Okay. And I thought to myself, what better way? What better way to cure my Couder disease than to piss myself off? But the only thing that this seems to be achieving for me is that I'm just finding new ways to cope. Like I'm just slowly dying inside. It's fine. And good, tomorrow you will see Penguin Rage most likely. I'm gonna enjoy every single second of it. I will experience. If you speedrun it, I'm choosing the noose, okay? I'm choosing the fucking noose! Why do I do this to Why do I do this to myself? I could have just kept playing Vintage Story, you know? I could have just did that. That's a pretty difficult game. No, no. Instead, I chose the game infamous for breaking mouses and keyboards. I chose the game. I chose the game that gave so many popular YouTubers early onset heart disease. Okay. I was so good at. Remember when I was good at this? Remember when I was making this? Remember when I was doing this? Remember when there was hope in the world? Do you remember? Do you remember when just in spite of all of the gray and darkness that surrounds this godforsaken ball of mud, there was at least a light at the end of the tunnel. Do you remember when that was the case? Because I look back on those times every day and I think to myself, wow, I was so naive. I was so unappreciative of being happy. You know, it says a lot when I look back on 10 minutes ago and I feel nostalgic. Okay? I miss 10 minutes ago. I miss the man I was 10 minutes ago. Okay. We're back. It's fine. Everything is okay, you know? Everything is fine. Let's go. 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 I did it. I'm God. I'm simply like that's just who I am. You know? Like I completely forget the past 10 minutes entirely. It's fine, you know? Life is good. Life is fun, and you know, we should really learn to appreciate it more in the moment, you know? Like I'll never understand the people who have such a negative outlook on life and think that like the world is just completely surrounded in gray and darkness. Like I'll never understand that mentality. There are so many things in the world that are that are so good, you know? Like, there's so many things. Like, people should just simply learn to it. Simply. What the fuck? No! I fucked it! Damn it! I I don't know whether to be positive or negative anymore. That was a roller coaster of events. It's fine. We haven't. We're not falling far yet. We just have to get back to the fucking orange. That was my bad. That was my bad. I don't know why my hand twitched. It happens, you know. People fuck up sometimes, and that's okay. People fuck up sometimes. It happens. It happens. We grow, we move on. It's fine. It's fine. It's why did you bounce? Here we go. Now you just have to get to the fucking chair, you fat piece of shit. There we go. Was it that hard? No! 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 Please! No! 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 I promise! I promise I'll start reading the Bible! Please! 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 No! No! I'm never reading the Bible. God is dead. He's dead. We killed him. You know, I'm sorry that you had to learn from me, but he's dead. In fact, I was the one. I was the one who killed him. Okay. Um. You see, I remember my lore now. I'm the incarnation of all things evil. Okay. Of course, I was the one that killed him. That sounds like a pretty evil thing to do, if I dare say so myself. And you know what? It was personal. It was very, very personal. Okay. I would even argue that I looked into the future and I saw that this game was allowed to exist, and I decided to do everyone a favor. Okay? He paid the consequences. You know, I I didn't have to do this. That's the best part. That's the best part about all of this. I didn't have to do any of it. Get the fuck! There we go. I didn't have to do any of it. Okay? I I could have did my other idea. Okay? Could have did my other idea. I could have had a funny little PowerPoint presentation in VR chat. That's what I could have did. I mean I didn't have the time to make it this week, but I could have did that. It would have been shit. No one would have showed up. Except for a penguin. But I wouldn't be hating my life right now. I wouldn't be living in agony regretting my life choices. You fucking slide! Instead, I'm here. Instead, I'm here. You know? Slowly losing my mind. You know, I've stared at this guy for pretty long now. And you know, he kind of... He kind of looks like a... What the fuck was that? He kind of looks like the young... He kind of looks like the young... He kind of looks like a younger version of the current sitting Russian president. I don't know. No. Fuck it.
I
Fuck!
the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the
If you don't
Yet
shut
how
the
they
fuck up
creep
soon,
through
I'm
my
gonna
fingers
find out
to the
where you
deep
live
While
now.
I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp?
Who the fuck is this? Edgar
Can I
Allan
not
Poe?
save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that
No!
see or seem but a dream within a dream? Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, hey, it was Edgar Allan Poe. You know, I guessed right. You gotta look on the bright side, right? At least I guessed right. Have you ever wondered what hell is like? Like genuinely, think for a second. We know the typical, like, the typical betrayals of hell, where, you know, you're burning, and, I don't know, you're being tortured, everyone's chained up, that sort of thing. Games are making me choke, yes they are, and, starting to think I don't manage to clear my throat the next time. But, like, and you know, there's other
Can I see
interpretations, like...
another's woe and not be in sorrow too?
I...
Can I see another's grief and not seek for kind relief? William Blake.
There's other depictions of hell, which are the opposite, right? You know, you've got you got Norse mythology, where their idea of hell was the mostly opposite of, like, the Christian, or I guess the Abrahamic hell, my bad, where it's like, you know, instead of fire and brimstone, it's you know, it's ice and snow. That's...
In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Lewis Carroll.
I disagree. I really regretting this chance that I took. But, like, and then you've got, like, you know, what's his name? Dante's Inferno, right? Where that's just a whole mess of different interpretations of hell and all that shit. You know what I think hell is? Do you know what I think hell is? I think hell is being put in a situation, an eternal situation, where no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you believe, you will never get to where you want to be. That is what I believe hell is. Hell is seeing your dreams just within reach. Just barely grazed by your fingertips, and yet every single kick, every single step you try to take closer to that goal, it only gets further away. An endless torment of wanting something so badly and having it oh, that worked out. Having it dangled just out of your reach. Never to achieve your dreams, never to feel accomplished, never to feel secure or gratified. That is my hell. That is what I'm experiencing right now. I get so close. And yet, what does it matter in the end? I won't get better. I've never gotten better at any of the games I ever play. It's a curse. It's a curse that I bear right next to my ungodly, horrible luck. You know, like, just move. There we go. There we go. You fucking piece of shit. Just go. Just go. It's fine. I swear to God. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Wait, I should really stop lying to myself. You know, it's never gonna be okay. I'm doomed. I'm doomed to suffer in this hell. It's just you and me now, random cauldron. Fadi left us years ago. And he took the house. I think what I'm gonna do, I've been at this for 3 hours. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get to where I was. Okay? And then, I'm gonna go do something more productive with my life. Like, you know, maybe eat lunch. You know, I didn't have much of a breakfast. I could really do for like a peanut butter and jam sandwich or something like that, you know? And I don't usually like sandwiches. It's just that anything, and I mean anything, is better than staring at this man's pecs for another hour. Just have to get to my checkpoint. And then it's all over. Until next time. That's the plan! That's the plan. There we go. See, you can be not shit. You can do the things that I want you to, you just refuse to do them. But I forgive you for that, because I know, I know that one day you will understand all of the wrongs you've done me. And you will come to me, tears in your eyes, and beg for forgiveness, and I will refuse to forgive you because I am petty. I promise I'll forgive you, just please let me go! 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 So, I think this is a good place to stop, relax a bit, reassess my life choices, maybe I don't know, take my anger out in solitude, uh, definitely in a healthy manner. You know, maybe like, I don't know, consider not ever touching this game again, even though I literally don't have a choice in the matter. I really just think that it's a great place to, just I don't even know what else to say. I'm just gonna go lay down now. Goodbye.